everybody, my name is Mitchell. I'm the Vice President here at Travel with Friends, and today I just want to cover the flights. The part of the trip that you may not be as excited about, but exists either way, so I want to just ease maybe some worries you have about it and get you ready for the fun and exciting part of your trip. So the first thing that I want to talk about today is everything that you need to do when you register for your trip, everything that's preparation. Those things include letting us know if you need assistance at the airport. We can have that handled. If you need a wheelchair or a transfer between your gates, let us know in advance. If you have any dietary restrictions, please let us know about those as well, and we will make sure that the airline has those available for you on each of your flights that have a meal. Things like your preferred departure city. If you are planning on departing from a different airport than the rest of the group, please let us know that in advance when you register for your trip. And just note that some departure cities, if they're not major cities, may be subject to a fare difference. Last thing with that is if you are interested in purchasing a seat upgrade for any of your flights, typically it's the international legs, then please let us know that in advance as well. The price varies on those, but we'll be happy to give you a quote for it about 30 days in advance of your trip. So the next thing I want to talk about today is what you'll be getting next. After you register, the next communication you'll have from us pertaining to the flights is the packet that you'll get about a month before your trip leaves. That packet will include the flight itinerary and just any details pertaining to the itinerary while you're on the ground as well. Now, please note that at this time, we will be contacting you for seat upgrade quotes if you've opted for that. And we can process those immediately. So the same day that you call us, or that we call you for the quote, we can go ahead and process that the same day. So don't worry about that, but please let us know as soon as you can if you're interested in it, because availability can be limited, so we want to make sure that we do that as close to ticketing as we can. Beyond that, we just know that you won't receive a ticket from us in your packet 30 days in advance. But don't worry, you're taken care of. They've simplified this process now to where all you have to do is show up to the airport with your passport ready, and you'll scan it at a kiosk right when you enter the airport, and that print your boarding passes. You don't have to worry about keeping track of tickets in advance. So that leads me to the last section of information that I want to give you, which is kind of the day of, everything that you need to be conscientious of when you get to the airport. I would advise you guys show up no less than about 2 hours before your flight. Even if it's a smaller airport and you don't expect a lot of traffic, plan on those 2 hours. I can't tell you how many times I've had somebody say, yeah, I missed my flight, I just showed up a little bit too late. Don't be that person. I promise you want to show up at least 2 hours in advance. When packing, go ahead and prepare your carry-on luggage with maybe a change of the necessities, underwear or whatever, in the off chance that your checked baggage doesn't make it to your final destination. Every once in a while, the airline misplaces a bag, and that can happen. Maybe it gets stuck in transit somewhere. That happens, so just prepare for it. Have the necessities on hand. Now that being said, your checked luggage has to be no more than 50 pounds. So 50 pounds is the most that it can weigh. You have one checked bag per person included in your trip, and that luggage can go through. That's checked luggage. Another really common question that we get is about the liquid rule. It's 3.4 ounces, but I always tell people, that just go and try and find online or wherever a small container that is flight ready. You can even search it that way online if you're trying to buy them. Just make sure that it's 3.4 ounces or less on liquids. Your carry-on luggage, the dimensions on that is 9 by 14 by 22 inches, and it has to be that size or smaller to be put on the flight with you to be a carry-on. You're also allowed one personal item, and that's an item that fits underneath the chair in front of you when you're on the plane. So that could be something like a small backpack or a purse, whatever that may be. Just know that you're allowed that item as well. Usually I try and recommend consolidating the two if you can. If you can fit everything in a carry-on, that's just one less thing that you have to worry about. But if you need that personal item, just know that has to be able to fit underneath a seat. Last thing here, guys, is really important, and I've saved this for last because I just want to make sure that you carry this home with you. If you have medication, you can carry that medication with you in your carry-on luggage, but if it is prescription medication, please have that in the original prescription bottle with the label. That way, if they ask you questions about what it is, you have the prescription and the label there to be able to show them and prove that it is medically necessary for you to carry that with you rather than checked in your luggage. All right, guys, well, at this point, you know, in the process, you have landed at the airport wherever you're headed, whether that be Israel or Greece or wherever. And at this point, I advise just relax and enjoy the rest of your trip. You're there, you don't have to worry about the flights any longer. Most people do have questions still about the security. Just be short and concise with your answers. You're a tourist, just tell them that you're there on vacation, you're there to see their beautiful country, leave it at that. Just be short and concise with your answers. Let them know that you're a part of a group. Wear some of your friends' gear if you have it with you, and just relax and enjoy the rest of your trip. And honestly, as always, just let us know if you have other questions. Reach us here at the office or online at travelwithfriends.com, and we'd be happy to answer any other questions that you may have. All right, everybody. Well, I hope this has eased any concerns you may have had about your flights. And again, if you have any other concerns or questions about any of this, you can reach us here at our office or online at travelwithfriends.com.